Hi, fourth graders. So for this game, we are going to be playing a conversion game that is going to help us with all the conversions that we have been learning about. And it's a fun way to practice the customary measurements that we have been learning about. So for this, what you are going to need is you're going to need a dice, and you can either like have one in front of you that you can roll, or you can click here and it will take you to an online dice that you can roll from right here. So those are the two things you're going to need. You are going to need your whiteboard and a dice, either online or in person for this game. And that is all you will need. So before you get started playing with your partner, you're going to want to find this, and you're going to want to find this slide right here, and it shows you how to set up your whiteboard. So you're going to set up your whiteboard so it looks just like this, other than the little thought bubble here. So there's going to be one blank for feet, two blanks for inches, and you're going to set it up just like this. So my whiteboard all set up using that slide looks just like this. So it's all set up, all ready to go. I've got one blank in front of feet, two in front of inches, and notice it's an equation. So there is a plus sign here, and then there is an equals bar right here. So you're going to set yours up just like that. And then you are ready to start playing the game. The object of this game is to get the longest measurement that you can. So you're trying to get a longer measurement than your partner, kind of like when we play Snap. It's kind of like that. So what you need to remember, the really important thing to remember, is the same thing that we have been learning, our conversion. So you need to remember for this game that 12 inches are in 1 foot. So remember, 1 foot equals 12 inches. So the way that you are going to play this game is you and your partner are both going to have your whiteboards set up, and you're going to have them in front of you ready to go. And you are going to roll the dice like this. So one partner can be the dice roller, and you can change off every game. So here is the first number. It is a number 2. So I am looking at my whiteboard, which looks just like this, and I am trying to find the very best spot that I can put 2 to get the biggest number. So you're going to write that on your whiteboard. You're going to put the 2 in one of the blanks. So you are going to want to keep this secret because you and your partner are both going to be using the number 2. So you are not going to want to tell them where you put yours. So I'm going to tell you that I put mine right here. So you don't have to fill it in on here. You'll just do it on your whiteboard. So if I stop sharing the screen for a second, I will show you that I put the 2 right there. And so your partner could have put it in the same spot, or they could have put it in a different spot. Then after that, you are going to roll the dice again. Now it's number 3. So you will choose where to put that on your whiteboard. Put that in. Give your partner a chance to write theirs in on their whiteboard. And then we're going to roll it one more time, and we are going to write it in where we have left. And you need to make sure with your partner, just like Snap, we aren't going to be erasing it. Once you write your number, you write your number, and you're going to have to keep it there. So I'm going to show you what my whiteboard looks like now. So now I see that I have the 4 that I rolled in feet. So I have 4 feet and 32 inches. So I'm going to fill that in on here, which you don't have to do this step. I'm just doing it so you can see how it works. But I am going to fill in what I have here. So what I'm seeing here is that now I have 4 feet and 32 inches. But my partner put the numbers in a different order. So my partner put the numbers in differently. So they have 2 feet and 43 inches. So this is how my partner's whiteboard looks. But how do we know who has a bigger number? We could just write it down here that our total is 4 feet and 32 inches. But that doesn't really give me an idea because there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So we are going to have to figure out how many feet and inches this is. So we're going to have to think about that 32 and think about how many feet that will make. So right now we have 4 feet and 32 inches, but I'm going to ask myself how many feet 32 inches is, because I'm going to want to add that to my feet to have a number that makes more sense down here. So 4 feet and 32 inches. So what can I do to figure out how many feet are in 32 inches? So think about what strategy you would use. So I know that in 12 inches, there is 1 foot in 12 inches. So I had 4 feet and 32 inches. And now I know that if I take 12 away from this, then I will have 1 more foot. So I'm going to change this to 5, and then I'm going to put this down 12. So 32 minus 2, or 32 minus 12, what's 32 minus 12? It is 20. So now I have 5 feet and 20 inches. So I know that 4 feet and 32 inches is the same thing as 5 feet and 20 inches. But can I still convert this even smaller? Yeah, because 20 inches is more than a foot, right? So if I might take 12 more inches out of this, now I've gone up to 6 feet and I had 20 inches. So what's 20 minus 12? What's 20 minus 12? Take a second to think about it. 20 minus 12 is 8. So I'm going to put 8 inches. And I could put a 0 here. So now I had 4 feet and 32 inches. And now I know that that's the same thing as 6 feet and 8 inches. So now that I've got it all converted down, my partner is going to be doing the same thing at the same time. And then we're going to compare at the end. We're going to write our numbers in here. So I would fill it in from my whiteboard. I was player 1 and I got 4 feet and 32 inches. And I figured out that that meant that that was 6 feet and 8 inches. It was the same thing as 6 feet and 8 inches. So then my partner is going to fill in what they got, and we are going to see who got the bigger amount. And if we don't do our conversion all the way down like this, it's going to be hard to figure out. Like before, it would be hard to figure out whose was bigger. So you're going to have to do some conversions, and you might need to help your partner too to work together to figure out how many feet and how many inches you roll, because 4 feet and 32 inches doesn't totally make sense. We have to figure out, get it into the most feet as possible. So you are going to be converting to figure out who gets the bigger number. So you can play this a couple times with your partner where you guys use the same number. And then you can think about some other ways that you might want to play it. Maybe just like when we play Snap, maybe now after you've played it a couple times and you get it, you want to work with your partner to try to get the lowest length. You could do that, or you could think about some other ways to play it too. So after you're done playing this a couple times, there are some questions here that you can talk about with your partner. So you can keep erasing this. So now if I'm like, okay, now me and my partner, we were done with our game. We figured out that my partner or I won. Then we are going to go in and erase it and get it ready to go so that we can just keep playing and do it again. So you will use this will be your chart that you will use after you've solved on your whiteboard. You'll put it in here with your partner and work together to see whose length is bigger. So that's the object of the game. First thing is that you set up your whiteboard ready to go. The second thing you are going to do with your partner is figure out who is going to be the dice roller. And you are going to roll the dice 3 times and fill in the blanks on your whiteboard. Then after you do that, you are going to figure out how many feet and how many inches you got. So you are going to do some conversion up here, knowing that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. You are going to use that to convert what you got into feet and inches in a way that is correct according to customary measurements. So you will not have any inches that are above. You won't have any that are more than 12 inches here, right? Because then we could convert it to another foot. So think about how you want to do this with your partner, and remember to play a couple games, make sure that you are understanding it, and then you can go ahead and talk about these questions when you are done. Have fun. I can't wait to play with you.